So I managed to lose my introduction for this video, but yeah, welcome to Budget MR2 build number 5. We're getting straight stuck into it here, putting on the new bumper that we found. As you may or may not know, the car, when we first got it, came with this nasty aftermarket front bumper, so we quickly took that off, sold it. I ended up really digging myself into a hole because I couldn't find a new stock bumper. It took me about 2 or 3 months to find this one, but I'm glad we finally found it, and boy does it look good.
And man, this thing looks so sick. We got both of our fog lights in, and I've just found my box of parts. So we got the number plate here, so that means we can finally drive it around. And I didn't know, but we actually do have the indicators, and we have the other park light and everything, and the other trims as well. I forgot we had all this stuff, but at least we got it now, and we can finally get this bumper fully bolted on and everything. Look at this, guys. This is so sick. Absolutely am in love with this front end of this car. And I basically bought this car without a front end. So to see it all complete like this just really makes me happy. Alrighty, we're back in the garage with the MR2 here. And I've been actually driving this thing around for a couple of weeks. Just around town, small little trips, that sort of thing. And today we have a very long awaited upgrade that I've been wanting to do for a long time. That is lowering springs. Obviously we're on the stock suspension at the moment and it looks like crap. And these are some teen lowering springs that I bought for it the other day, and the guy swears that the car was too low. He said it was impractically low, so that's what I want, of course. So without further ado, let's slap these in there. Holy heck, that was easy. Literally just zip that bolt off, put the new one in there, zip the bolt back on, and we'll slap her back in. So just like that, she's in. This was the easiest lowering spring I've ever done. Man, I am so stoked with that. There's not even a finger gap in there, and these are 16s, so with a 17 this will be like almost at the bloody fender. So yeah, super stoked with that. The car looks so good. I can't wait to do the rears. And coming over to the other side here, you can see we've also finished this side too. Yeah, I've been super impressed with how easy this was to do. Definitely the easiest lowering spring install I've ever done. Let's see how low she goes. See, we have a very nice drop. There's basically only a finger space there. I'm super happy with that. Beautiful day. I'm about to take the MR2 for a spin. Look at that ride height. Super happy with it. So some of you may be wondering, how do they ride? They are stiff, but I do love that. It feels very nice around corners, very planted, and they do have a little bit of bounce to them, which kind of feels right for this car in my opinion. Yeah, super nice day here down at the beach. I absolutely love driving this thing, especially with the manual transmission. I'm so happy we did that. Well, it was such a big task, but it's so cool to finally be driving this thing around. And I'm sure you guys feel just as proud as I am, because you guys, if you've seen the other episodes, you know how much I've been through to get to this point. So yeah, it's bittersweet. Alright guys, so the last clip I actually filmed of my MR2 was actually about 2 months ago. And since then, the car's basically been sitting, and I've actually been trying to sell it. It has had some issues which I have actually since fixed, and just fixed. So basically what was going on is, I'm going to insert a clip here, but basically when I drove it, the car felt like it was really far down in power. But the mid-range seems a little bit boggy. Like, that's my foot flat. And I can hear the motor kind of struggling, so maybe the spark plugs need another cleanup or a change or something. And it was bogging a lot, and it was all that sort of stuff. And the car did have a check engine light, so I was getting this car ready to take in for a waft, and what I was going to do is I was just going to pull out the bulb to get rid of the check engine light. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to check what the actual engine light is for. So I plugged the thing in, and it turns out the check engine light was for a knock sensor failure. So I go back in there, and it's weird because here is the knock sensor right here, and the old one I snapped it when I was putting the engine back in. So I replaced it with this brand new one. This just never worked, so faulty from the factory. But what I ended up doing is I went to pick apart today, grabbed a knock sensor off a Toyota Corona, I think it was, and put it in there. And then the engine light is completely gone. So I haven't taken it for a drive yet, but from my research, I'm pretty sure what happens is when the knock sensor fails, then the car goes into a sort of limp mode where it pulls all the ignition timing, and basically would cause the bog down or the limp mode or whatever I was experiencing before. So this might be my first ever time really experiencing the true power of a 3SGE in my MR2, which is so exciting. So I can't wait. I wanted to bring you guys along for the ride, so let's get into it. Another thing I also fixed for the WAF was, you'll see now that we put it in reverse, we actually have reverse lights, which is pretty exciting. I was quite excited when I figured out how to work that and wire that in, but you can see when we give it the old startup, we have no engine lights and the car runs so much better. Oh well, that ABS light is just for the handbrake there. Beautiful. Yeah, that feels so much better. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Woohoo! All the grunts. Some downhill toge. So, all in all, this car feels like a brand new car. It feels like it's doubled in power. And I don't just say that, I actually mean that. That is like such an astronomical difference. And like the car just feels so raw and so good. Sounds so good. It feels so healthy. It's idling better. And man, it is a quick little car and it handles so nice. It's so much fun to drive. I don't think I've ever actually properly driven an MR2, but that's probably my first real experience. And I'm glad I got it on camera because I'm super delighted with like how good this car is, and it actually just really makes me want to push to actually finish this car and get this car done and make good progress on it every day. So hopefully we can get some more progress done soon. So let's get into that. Yes, finally got the horn working. So as you just saw, we took this thing in for an alignment. I've got the alignment paper there, and she finally drives straight and nice, we're satisfying. I can now safely drive this thing on the road again and start to really daily drive this thing, which is exciting. And we also picked up some paint for it and some sandpaper, so I'm gonna get to work as soon as we get home. So we sanded off all of the surface rust off this engine lid here, and we're actually going to be giving it a little bit of a spray paint today. So it's really the main piece that makes this car look so shabby, along with all the red bits of course, but yeah, this is the main piece. It's just orange rusty, you know, it just didn't look that good. So yeah, pretty excited about this. Alright, so as you can see, MR2 is currently wingless, so I'm actually going to be driving my MR2 2 hours up north to Palmerston North, and I'm going to be picking up an Integra spoiler. Honestly, I am pretty nervous. I've never actually really driven this thing for more than 30 minutes at one time, but yeah, it's a long way, but I have got all my tools in the back, so if anything goes wrong, let's hope I can fix it. So yeah, let's get straight into it.
Just because I'm not used to having an aftermarket Neo head with like not really valve springs. But I mean,
Alright, so me in the car made it to Palmy. Just gonna get the cash out now. Boy, does she look goofy without the spoiler. Alright, so here's what the spoiler looks like. Pretty cool. I feel like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up molding in the side panel there, so it molds up into the nice wing. But yeah, pretty happy with it. Alright, so as you can see, we made it back from Palmerston North last night, and this car ran beautifully, 0 problems, and it's super comfortable to drive long distances. Now we're going to be taking off the engine lid. I got some paint matched paint here, and we're going to be painting it. Unfortunately, I don't have enough to do the boot and the front bumper as well at the same time, but yeah, let's get into it. Out of a rattle can, I'll take that. Heaps better than the rusty mess that was there before. Alright, so we have our DC5 Integra wing that is plastic, and I think we're just going to start cutting it up and just see where we land. Alright, this is the current state of the wing. As you can see, there's expanding foam absolutely everywhere, but we're going to be chopping it down and hopefully getting this thing looking nice. Alright, so here's the finished product of the wing. As you can see, we've foam filled it and then used tape just to make it a smooth area. So yeah, I think it came out pretty well. So now we're going to be fiberglassing in all the bits that we filled with foam. So I'm just going to be using some chopped strand, some resin, see how it turns out. Here's the wing after I've done a bit of fiberglass work on it. So the fiberglass is now cured and stuff. It's real rough at the moment. This is my first time ever doing any fiberglass work, by the way. But yeah, this side came out a lot better than the other side. This is the side I did second. And I was kind of getting the hang of it a bit more. But yeah, let's try sanding it back. Absolutely grinding away at this spoiler off camera. Because it's basically just body filler, sander, body filler, sander. I even put another layer of resin just to fill in all the low spots. And man, it's come out really good. Like, super sturdy as well. And super smooth. Like, it's not perfect, but to get it perfect, it'll probably take double the amount of time than I've already put into it. And I don't even know, like, I can always come back and fix it up, but I feel like it's just going to look good from a distance. Not really as good when you look up close, but yeah, it's looking real good. I haven't been driving it, obviously, because it hasn't had a spoiler because of the big holes and stuff. And I want to be driving this thing over summer, so hence why I'm not spending 30 or 40 hours just on sanding back this spoiler. One thing to note, if you guys are doing kind of any fiberglass work at home, then be prepared for a lot of sanding and body filler. I'm at least. We've got the boot lid all sanded back, we've got the side skirt sanded back, and as you saw, we took the front bumper off. We also gave that quick sand as well, and then obviously we've got our wing, so we've got a fair bit of stuff to paint. And here is what we're going to be painting it with. So I bought a litre of paint matched paint, I got some clear coat as well, and yeah, hopefully it turns out good. So it's pretty cool to see this wing fully one colour. You can really see how it flows real nicely now, but as you can see, we have quite a few like pinholes and stuff which I'm not happy with, so I will be glazing over this again with some more body filler or glazing putty or something. I'm not too worried about this kind of stuff in here, although it looks like crap, but you don't really see that stuff, and I'm not trying to make it perfect, but yeah, definitely these holes on the outside need to go, so I need to fix that up. It's about ready to start painting. I fixed the little holes on the side of the spoiler, and I've re-primed that, so everything's ready to go. I think I'm just going to do them one by one here. Yeah, hopefully it turns out good. First coat is done on the bumper. Man, this paint is laying super nicely. I got the gun settings dialed. Do probably one more coat on this, then we'll move on to the side skirts and wing. Alright, so the bumper is now on base coat, same with the lid. We're going to move on to the wing. We have the side skirts painted, the wing painted, the bumper and the thing all in base coat, and it laid down really nicely. I'm super happy with it, super flat. The side skirts are like real rough. I didn't really body work them because I know they'd get munted on the car anyway, so it's not really a good example, but you see the bumper came out super flat, super nice. Like, really happy with it. And then the wing as well, like they're all dry to the touch. Came out real nice in that. The color match is absolutely spot on. So yeah, now we're gonna look at doing the 2K clear coat and see how they come out. This is coming out cherry. Look at that. Look at the glass. The gloss. Woohoo! Man, it's coming out perfectly. Holy, I'm absolutely stoked. The first piece to be finished clear coat. Oh my, it's like bloody glass. 0 runs and everything. Look at that, beautiful. As you just saw, we just finished the wing as well. Woohoo! Just like that, the painting of the MR2 body panels is all done. I'm absolutely stoked with how it came out. Like, look at the glossiness of this stuff. But yeah, I actually surprised myself with how good it turned out, because the last paint job I did wasn't the best, let's just say that. But man, this came out so good. Since my last paint job, I've just been doing rattle cans and kind of half pieing stuff. But I'm so glad I actually took the time, spent the money, and look at the rewards. It's actually cheaper doing it this way when you have more body panels than actually painting it with the cans, because you just go through so many cans. But a few tips I would say when using the gun: I like to keep my paint nice and thin, so I use a little bit more thinner than what is recommended. But that just means it lays down nice and smooth and doesn't clump up your gun as much as it would normally. Alrighty, so it is the next day here, and our parts are fully cured, and now it's time for reassembly. So I'm super stoked with how these came out. But yeah, look at that bloody reflection. Beautiful. All right, now let's slap them on this dusty car. And then probably after we get them on, we'll give the car a really good wash. Super. Alright, this wing looks so sick. So stoked with it. Look how good that paint is. Oh my god. Can't wait to clean up the rest of the car. Look how bloody good this thing looks. The paint match is spot on as well. This is the fender, bumper, beautiful. Look at that shininess. Man, can't wait to clean up the entire car and we'll pull it out the garage and get like a proper look at it. Oh, this makes me so happy. It's been a red bumper for so long. I just mounted the side skirt on this side and boy, she is looking spicy. The fitment on it as well, super nice. Very tidy, and I still have the trim inside the door here. Mounted up super easy. Boom. Look at that. Look at that paint match. Identical. But that little part that kicks out, I'm not the hugest fan of. But maybe if I get some proper wheels and stuff on, it'll look better. Who knows? Let's do the other side. Side skirt installed done. Now we're going to give the car a wash.
So just while I wash the car here, I just quickly wanted to show you guys that I finally made an Instagram account. So I've had so many comments for me to make one. I finally made one. So yeah, check it out. I post daily live updates on all the builds and other random stuff. So yeah, I think you guys will find it pretty interesting, especially if you made it this far in the video. Go check it out.
To say she cleaned up is an understatement, guys. Oh my god. This is a bloody dream come true. Look at this thing. Oh my god, that wing. Perfection. Oh my, look at this thing. That's so sick. Oh, I love it. Just need some wheels now. Words literally cannot describe how cool this feeling is. Look at this car. She's basically complete now. Oh my goodness. This is an absolute dream come true. I've always wanted an MR2. And when I bought this thing, obviously it was an MR2, but man, she was ugly. This car is so close to being finished. I think we just need some wheels, clean up the interior, all that other good stuff. But yeah guys, I think this is going to be it for this massive episode. I know it's taken ages to come out. But yeah, I really got stumped with progress on this thing, but boy, am I happy that it's finally done. It looks so sick. I'm going to be absolutely daily driving this everywhere now. Look how good it looks. Get one last look at that. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you on the next one.